So every time somebody gets a new iPhone or installs a major iOS update, the same questions always come up, and that is, what settings should I actually change first? There's a lot of bad advice out there when it comes to this question. Some of the answers include turning off everything, disabling half of iOS, micromanage 50 settings. But after my own experience over the years with iOS and Apple products, these are the settings that actually come up again and again to answer the question. So whether you just got a new iPhone, updated iOS, or just want a better experience, here are the iPhone settings that I would review first. Let's start with notifications, because honestly, this is one of the biggest quality of life upgrades you can make on your iPhone. Most people don't realize how noisy their phone has become with notifications across the board from shopping apps, news alerts, games. It's like every single app is sending you a "we miss you" notification, and everything wants your attention. To clean this up, go to Settings and Notifications and review what actually deserves to interrupt you. I would recommend keeping notifications on for messages, calendar reminders, banking apps, and things of that nature, but a lot of apps do not need immediate access to your attention. If you do want all these notifications and you're nervous about just not getting them, check out Scheduled Summary. Apple introduced this to bundle non-urgent notifications into scheduled groups, so you will get all of those notifications at a certain time during the day that you select, and for some people it's actually surprisingly useful. Next is privacy settings. This is one of the most commonly recommended things to review during iPhone setup in today's day and age in technology. Go to Settings, Privacy and Security, and then first, Tracking. This controls whether apps can request permission to track activity across other apps and websites, and I recommend really reviewing this right away. Next is location services, and not necessarily to disable everything. Obviously Maps needs your location and weather apps needs your location and things of that nature, but not every single app needs your location. Each app actually has a setting that you can put it on never use my location, always use my location, or just use my location while I'm using the app, based on what the app actually does. So go through each of the apps and decide whether you want it to use your location while you're using the app, which I recommend for the camera access or the photos permissions, but also think about things like microphone permissions that might not really need a location. I do think this is very worth reviewing every once in a while at the bare minimum. Now let's talk battery, and this is not one of those videos telling you the battery is really bad on iOS devices, you need to turn off every single feature. That's not what I'm saying, but there are a few battery settings that are worth checking out. The first one is optimized battery charging. You want to go to Settings, Battery health, and charging. This helps reduce long-term battery aging by learning your charging routine. Many setup guides recommend leaving this enabled. You may also see features like clean energy charging depending on your region in the world. It's worth understanding what these settings actually do, and not everyone has to change these, but reviewing them is smart based on your personal preferences. I personally use optimized battery charging and clean energy charging as it does help my device. Quick pause. If you've made it this far, first of all, thank you. I wanted to quickly mention my gear and tech page linked down below in the description. A lot of people ask what Apple gear, chargers, accessories, cameras, and tech I actually use. I've got everything organized down there if you're interested. We are part of the Amazon affiliate program, so if you do purchase anything, we do get a small commission, and it's a great way to support the channel at no extra cost to you. So we really appreciate it, guys. And again, thanks for watching. All right, back to the video. Now here's a setting that shows up a lot in the setup recommendations is background app refresh. Go to Settings, General, and Background app refresh, and there you'll find controls on whether apps can refresh content in the background. This setting tends to be a little bit controversial. Some people disable everything, some people never touch it. Personally, I think the smarter approach is being selective, thinking about, do you really need all of the apps in the background running and having background activity? For me, I personally do not need every single app running in the background, and some apps definitely do benefit from it, but others do not. Instead of thinking of whether or not to turn these on or off, think about which apps genuinely need background updates, and then go from there. Next is Control Center. So this one is simple but surprisingly useful. You can customize Control Center, remove controls that you never use, add controls that you use on a regular basis, add low power mode, screen recording, calculator, add accessibility controls. Honestly, quick access matters more than people realize, and a lot of people forget this area even exists, but it is very useful. Go ahead and customize it the way that you need to. Super helpful. Now for a setting that many people get certain iPhones for is the camera, and there are certain camera settings that you can look into. The one that I recommend is the camera preserve settings. So you go to Settings, Camera, and Preserve settings, and by default, your camera app may reset certain behaviors. A lot of users prefer preserving things like a camera mode, the exposure adjustments, creative controls, photo settings. It really comes down to personal preference, but it consistently shows up as something to change first in the iPhone list. So go ahead and think about the settings you will use, and you can change it based on your preference there as well. Next is focus modes, and this feature has become a lot more useful than many people realize. So you go to settings and focus, and you can customize your work mode, your sleep mode, personal time, gaming, travel. You can set up a different focus mode for whatever you're doing, and it will each have different notification behaviors, different home screens, different schedules. You do not need to overcomplicate it, but just think about simple setups that can make your iPhone feel less distracting, and it will be very, very helpful for you. And lastly, I have a couple bonus settings that consistently show up in recommendations. First up is Face ID and passcode settings. It's worth reviewing based on how you use your phone. Next is a setting called Back Tap. Allows you to tap on the back of your phone to access certain features. One of the coolest hidden features on the iPhone, so go ahead and check that one out as well. And finally, passwords and security setup. You want to review your saved passwords, your passkeys, your security recommendations, your account protection. Nothing flashy, but genuinely useful. And I recommend using Apple Passwords, which is a little controversial as well, but go ahead and use whatever password manager you find useful. Overall, the biggest takeaway here is simple. You don't need to change 50 random settings to improve your iPhone. I recommend a handful of settings that consistently come up across trusted recommendations and my own experience, and reviewing them can genuinely improve your day-to-day experience on your phone. And hopefully I did just that in this video. So if you did enjoy this video, drop a like. It genuinely helps the channel. Subscribe for more iPhone tips, Apple content, reviews, and tech videos. You can also find me across social media on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and more. Links are down below. And if you're interested in the gear, chargers, accessories, and tech I actually use, check out my gear and tech page linked in the description. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.